usually in these events, we try to be lighthearted just for content purposes because the reality is we do know the good and the bad happens every day. But in these situations, it just makes you think about life that probably really take a lot of this for granted.
But we want to begin tonight with some breaking news here at home. One person is dead and 3 others injured after part of a large construction crane broke away from its platform and then hit a car on a bridge in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, so a couple of days ago, crane collapsed in Fort Lauderdale, killing one person and hospitalizing two. Crane worker fell, I think, 46 feet to his death. Two people were seriously injured, taken to the hospital. No further, I think, details out.
Officials say the collapse happened around 4:30 this afternoon during rush hour in downtown Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
We're just sending prayers out to them and everybody else involved. Everybody who's working and saw it happen on those days right now. So we're just here to talk about it and tell you that not everything and not every day when you wake up in the morning, when you go to work, when you travel to work or travel anywhere, to tell your loved ones and stuff like that. I love you. See you later. Those words might not always come to fruition because you might not see them later.
Got a crane that collapsed on top of the bridge. One vehicle involved.
Sometimes we look at tomorrow as it's promising, and nobody guarantees that. Just like 5 years ago, shattered my whole hip. I pretty much learned how to re-walk again in a sense. Something I never would expect, but still here. So with that being stated, these are situations that make you think. And also,
A platform supporting a crane failed, causing a large piece to tumble onto a bridge below.
Unfortunately, one of the workers had fallen with the load off of the side of the building and succumbed to those injuries.
the second part to this conversation is a situation that happened in Baltimore with the Key Bridge, as you'll see from the video.
Divers have recovered the body of a construction worker killed when the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapsed last week in Baltimore.
Ran into the bridge. I think the power went on the ship a few times, and you see everything just kind of come down and snap.
That a cargo ship had struck Baltimore's Francis Scott Key Bridge. Video shows plumes of smoke and the bridge itself falling into the Patapsco River.
6 Latin workers, I would say, that lost their life in this. And so far, I think it may be 2 more. I'm not too sure.
2 other victims have already been found. President Biden touring the area today from the air and pledged his support to the community. The president also meeting with the families of the 6 people killed.
I think you were spot on, but 6 lives. President Biden sent $60 million in aid. They're trying to get that bridge back up right now. Search is still on. Of course, they're saying that the 4 people's lives are gone right now because they haven't found them.
Damage is devastating, and our hearts are still breaking. 8 construction workers went into the water when the bridge fell. 6 lost their lives. Most were immigrants, but all were Marylanders.
And it's a tragedy. Of course, there was the police who stopped the cars from coming across, which prevented a lot more lives. And that guy's a hero right now. But these things are unfortunate. Unfortunate accident that happen right at those moments and things, and we don't look at it as what happened. But we should applaud that police officer. But again, lives were lost, and these people ain't coming home to their families, and we should look at those day by day because they were expecting those people to come home, those lives to come home, and they're not.
It's easy to see this through social media and be like, damn, keep scrolling. But in reality, this could be any one of us. So I think it was a good idea to cover it, even though I know some of this doesn't be such action-packed or drama-filled. But I think it's important from time to time to realize we only got one life, to my understanding. Now, what you believe in the afterlife you gonna go to, that's not for me to judge or really to care about. But I think as humans, we really kind of play this down a little bit.
Discussion right now should be about the people, the souls, the lives that we're trying to save. There will be a time to discuss about a bridge and how we get a bridge back up. But right now, there are people in the water that we have to get out, and that's the only thing we should be talking about.
Yeah, man. Like I always say, I know it's been a long time. We ain't been on here in probably about a month or so, someone. hug someone, man. You don't never know when it's gonna be your last day. You never know when you walk out that door and say, "Hey, I'm mad at you. I'm upset with you." You don't say good night. Say it. I love you today. Whether you're mad, whether you're angry, say it. Call 'em. I love you. Walk out the door. Could be your last day. So love somebody, hug somebody. Let them know at that moment. You never know when it could be the last time you ever say it.
And that's a fact. The anti-network.
The Baltimore Bridge collapsing may be a bigger problem than we realize, as not only can cars no longer cross it, but it's also shut down the Baltimore port, the second largest terminal for the 74 million tons of coal the US exports every year. This could disrupt global energy supply chains that have only just began to work again. They're trying to divert some of the export to other ports, but most of them are already pretty busy. However, because Baltimore only ships less than 2% of global coal, the bridge collapse should have little effect on the global prices. But if it does have an effect, it will most likely be on India, as that's where most of the Baltimore coal is heading to be used for electricity generation. So hopefully it won't be long until the port is cleared and ships can start to move again.